Constructicons, unite and form into Devastator! Constructicons?
What is happening, YouTube? Thank you very much for clicking on this video. So today, as you can see, we are taking a look at the Studio Series 86 line Devastator. Oh, I have been looking forward to this. I have been itching for this for a long time, ever since I seen these guys first promote. I could not wait to get them, and suffice to say, the first chance I got, I jumped on it, obviously. So without any further ado, let's get into this right away, shall we? So here we have Scrapper, the leader of the Constructicons, and I have to say, I really like how they done this guy. Now I do have him a little bit mistransformed here. That is completely on me. Sorry, OCD. Anyway, I have to say his excavator mode here, is that the right vehicle? Bulldozer, excavator, earth mover, whatever, his construction vehicle, I actually quite like it a lot. Now, yes, I know it's not as slimline as what you see on the Transformers the movie anime, but still, it's damn good. It's a damn good rendition of Scrapper. So he does roll now, obviously with his bucket here down on the ground, because it does go right down to the ground. It does drag a bit, but if you lift it up, like, he rolls, and he rolls quite freely. So articulation wise, as you see there, the shovel does move up and down. Now it can move up all this way if you wanted to. Why in vehicle mode you wanted to go like this, I don't know, but hey, do with it as you please. So quick look at the details. One detail that is missing, I wish was here, but I can understand why it's not here, is a Decepticon logo in the shovel. Correct me if I'm wrong, please correct me if I'm wrong, but should there not be a Decepticon symbol somewhere in the middle of this shovel? If not, then hey, I have no problem admitting when I'm wrong. So going on what I was talking about, how he looks in vehicle mode, he is a bit wider. I am going to say that. Now, it's not a critique. It's not a critique. I'm just pointing it out. Mainly because of these parts here. On the original toy and in the anime model, these parts aren't there, and he has a very slimline look. So he would be a lot slimmer than this. So basically, all this here and these parts here would not be there. It would just be this central piece, and even this back piece will be a little bit slimmer. So just be that, and that would be the thickness of his vehicle mode. For this here and what they're doing, I can understand why he's like this. Again, it's not a critique, it's just an observation. So a quick look here at his alt mode, and very nice detail. You have the ladder going up the sides, and that's actually on both sides. The back, the undersides, so you can clearly see his robot mode chest right there. And you can basically see how he's going to transform with arms, legs, chest. It's kind of obvious. You have his canopy here. Is solid. There's no transparency to it, but again, that's okay. And yeah, that's it. So one thing I will say about this figure is that the instructions only give you the transformational instructions to go from vehicle to robot mode. It does not tell you how to go into combination mode. I think though I figured it out. I genuinely do. So without any further ado, let's get down to transformation, and I am going to go into actually, sorry, I keep doing this. Why do I keep doing this? Comparisons. I am so sorry about that. Comparisons accessories, and then transformation. Order of operations, people. Just like with transformation, order of operations. So the only comparison that is needed here is Scrapper with Bone Crusher. Yeah, of course, I got them both. At the same time, thank you, Dublin City Comics. Very much appreciate you getting these guys for me. I will put a link to their website in the description down below, so check them out. If you need any Transformers, old or secondhand, secondhand or new, give them a look. They are, I can't praise them enough. They're also the ones that got me the Superion Silverbolt figure that I reviewed there not too long ago. But anyway, here is Scrapper with Bone Crusher, and they look so good together. The color matching, like obviously the color matching is going to be the exact same, being the same subline, but you'd nearly think they were taken out the same. Not talking to you. Sorry, Siri just decided to chime in. Live and unedited. And I lost my train of thought. Anyway, okay. Something like you'd nearly think they were taken from the same mold, not mold, sprue. They definitely use the same color plastic on both of them. Anyway, there you have Bone Crusher and Scrapper together. The only comparison that you need, because we both know who these guys are going to turn into. So, down to accessories. So with Scrapper, you do get three, technically two accessories. First one, and these are all for robot mode, one of which for combined mode, but I'll show them off all the same. First, you get his blaster here, done in kind of like a dark grey plastic. It's hard to tell. It is hard to tell, but it does look like a dark grey plastic. And this can store on his vehicle mode. So you have this tab right here, which can go into either of these slots right there on the bottom. No, not so much. I haven't actually tried these slots here, but these two here, definitely on them. And you just plug it in like that, and there you go. You have his weapon storage. Doesn't look too bad, especially from the front here. From the side, you can spot it, but again, it's nothing terribly egregious. And actually, can you tab it in? And yes, you can. Those top slots, you can tab it in there. So there you go. Now, it's not as secure as these two, but storage. Hey, why not? The other accessory you get is this blaster here, and this bigger blaster here. And in case you didn't already know, these combine. And now you do have, I don't know how well it's going to come across. Hold on, give me a sec. And boom, now we can see things a bit better. So I don't know how well it's going to come across on camera, but in this blaster here, on the top and the bottom, you have these notches right there, on the top and bottom, and they are designed to line up with this tab that's sticking out. Again, I don't know how well that's coming across, but that tab right there on the top of the rifle. And you can combine it this way or this way, because you have that notch on the top and the bottom. Me personally, I prefer to have it like that with both handles on the bottom. And there you have it, Devastator's gun. Nice that they included that. Now, personally, I would have preferred that they included this with the Commander Pack, hook and lawn haul, but I'll take it all the same. And we'll show that off further when we get down to robot mode. So, with the comparisons and the accessories out of the way, let's get into his combined mode. Like I said, combined mode was not once mentioned in the instructions, but I am 80 to 90% certain that I figured it out. So this is not official. It's my theory, but this is what I think his combine mode should be. First thing is the canopy right here. Just turn that around 180 degrees. Now, just to show this off very, very quick, you have these two notches on the back part, and they line up perfectly with these bottom parts of his canopy, so that when he is in combine mode, again, like I said, this is just a theory, it's not official, but if things line up, now I'm after shifting something out of the way here, turning that around, so I'm after doing something here. All right, give me a sec. And I'm back. So yeah, I was right. I did shift something, and was when I was turning this canopy around, it's just his legs went down. They just dropped out of place, but that's okay. So once you have the canopy turned around, those notches, you just hoop them back up into place. And as you can see, again, I don't know how well it's shown here, but they nestle in perfectly. So I'm guessing the canopy should be in this orientation for combine mode. Next thing you want to do, just get this up and out of the way for now, the arms. So you want to untab them, and you have this tab here that goes into this notch right in there, just where my nail is. But you also have this tab here, and it's on both sides, that goes into, again, I don't know how well it's coming across, but this slot right there. So when you rotate the arm around, you will notice there's another slot right there that, when it is this orientation, lines up perfectly with that notch, and it just secures into place and seats in. Like you can see, there's actually, there we are, there's another notch or tab right there that will go into this. So actually both those tabs, in whether the arm is in this orientation or this, they line up perfectly. And you have it kind of like a little bit, I think it's on a ball joint. No, it's not, it's on a hinge, and then possibly a ball joint in the shoulder. Anyway, when you line them up and just push it in, both of them line up just like that, and then rinse and repeat on the other side. Pull out, rotate around, push it in. There's the arms. Now, is that starting to look a bit familiar? So then for the foot, or the toe of his foot, you want to bring it down just like that. And then you have this panel with, again, I don't know how well this is coming across, and move this out of the way. This tab, this panel here with that tab right there, and that tab will hook perfectly over a little notch that is right in there, just like that, locking that into place. So realign that, and if I'm right, there you have it, Scrapper in his leg mode. And I'm willing to bet that this is the actual combination mode for Scrapper. And yeah, it works. Now, it's not completely accurate to the cartoon or the original toy, because in the original toy, Scrapper's arms were just straight like that. And as you can see, that's not really going to work too well. I suppose you could cheat a bit like that, and yeah, but it just means you're going to have Devastator lopsided, literally standing like that. Well, mixed master, but you know what I mean. So the arms have to be bent backwards like that. This tab right in there, bucket there like that, and just straighten out his elbows, and yeah, there you have it, his combined mode. And actually, just while we're in the combined mode, he does have a point of articulation, an ankle pivot. That is cool. That they engineered that in. That is cool. I like that. So it's already looking like Devastator is going to have a lot of possibility. And no, it does not go the other way. So that is a one directional ankle pivot. I like that. I like that a lot. So there you have it. Devastator's right foot, I believe. I believe it is. Anyway, with that done and dusted and out of the way, let's get down to transformation again, as Go likes to say. I am not going to start rubbing your quotes here, Go, I'm not. But yeah, let's get down to transformation. And to get into robot mode from here, it's pretty straightforward. So what you want to do is first just flip them around, disconnect the tab here, and you want to bring the bucket down just like that, so that's sitting like that there. For his arms, just untab, rotate around, straighten out, reverse the elbow around so that it's facing the right direction this time. Flip out his fists, just like that. And then for the legs, you want to pull the feet, and yeah, these are the feet, down like that. Bend at the waist. Sorry, I don't need to go off camera there. Pull these parts back. These will come all the way down. And before you tap him in, his feet are actually tapped into his shins. So you want to know what I found is the easiest way, because these do tab in very, very securely, is to get your hand on the underside of his toe while putting your finger here on the hinge and just give that slight tug on both sides, and that will disconnect the tabs. Just so you can see, you have these two slots right here that will go onto these tabs right there, and it's secure. So going into robot mode, once the feet are released, those tabs will then go into these slots. You just want to line all that up. And if it doesn't happen for you naturally, you do have a bit of a hook tab in here. Just push one foot or one leg back, the other leg forward, and then snap that into place. Satisfying snap. But no, doesn't feel like I'm stressing anything, doesn't feel like I'm flexing anything. It just feels secure. It's the only way I can describe it. And here we are on the home stretch. So for the final part here, what you want to do is come to his chest, just pull that forward. Here's his head, just nestle down in there, lift his head up, push the chest back, and there you have Scrapper in his robot mode. And holy crap, yeah, this is straight out of the cartoon. It's as close as they can get to the cartoon. It borrows some engineering from the Titans Return Scrapper, I believe. Obviously smaller now. I don't have the Titans Return Scrapper to compare. The Titans Return Scrapper, I believe, was... I'll just raise up the camera a little bit so you can see. Titans Return Scrapper was like up to here on the guy. So yeah, it's not Titans Return scale, but still an amazing figure. Like, just quick look there at the head sculpt, and that is a Scrapper head sculpt if ever I've seen one. Sorry, just readjust the camera here a bit, but yeah. Now, for me, I don't know why, but it's giving me Hook vibes. I think it's just because of the shape of the helmet. I could be wrong. So while we're at it, for articulation, since I've already started, the head can do a full 360. It is on a ball joint, so you do get a little bit of side to side and up and down. His arms are on a hinge here at the top of the shoulder, And in the shoulder itself, it is, you can get a full 360, but because of the buckets, you need to manipulate the arm a little bit to get around that. And it can go all the way up with that hinge. He does have bicep rotation, so you get a full 360 there. Elbow joint, 90-degree bend at the elbow in both directions, as we've seen with the combination mode. His fists only go in and out. Like that because of transformation. It would have been nice if they could have found a way to engineer a wrist swivel in here, but if you actually look on the inside here, I can kind of see why the wrist swivel was not possible. Could there have been a better way to do this? Yeah, definitely. We've seen it countless times on other figures where a panel here flips out, the wrist flips out, and when it's in vehicle mode, this here is completely covered and solid. So why they couldn't have done something like that there again, I don't know. But I wasn't there with the design process when it was being made. Either way, it's not a detriment. Now, there is no waist swivel, but because of his combination modes, you do get him to be a little teapot. Yeah. And it is a solid ratchet. The legs can go forward that far, so 90-degree lift forward at the legs. They can go back that far, but because of the canopy here, it does tend to go out a little bit, so it's not straight back, but it is only that far. Universal hinge, so straight out to the sides, and you can get a full splits going there. He does have thigh rotation, mushroom peg here in the thigh itself. He has 90-degree bend at the knee, and for the feet, they can go up, they can't really go down, but he has ankle breakage level of tilt here, which actually gives him a little bit further range. It's the only way his ankle will go down is when it's out to the side, but as soon as it's here like that, no, it doesn't go down at all. So that is pretty much the articulation on him. So with the accessories, now going back to this here temporarily, there is a port, and only one, not even a port, sorry, a peg, and only one peg right here on the shovel, right there. It's not on the other side. And the only reason that I can think of as to why that's there is that if you look at the gun, there is a hole right there in the center that you can peg the gun onto. So storage, hooray for storage. Sorry, that just came out. I'm not trying to rob anyone else's catchphrases, I'm really not. And as I said, with the combined with Devastator's guns, I'm not going to call it combined mode. We know who it is. It's Devastator, but he can hold these guns separately. Standard 5mm. I can't speak. I swear. Standard 5mm peg that will go into his hands, and as I knock him over and kill him, I am so sorry. I have just ended the movie before it began. So yeah, he can hold the individual parts of Devastator's gun, and if you want, he can obviously hold that as well. So options there. And yes, if anybody's curious, now I will actually say before I get into this, the pegs here, they are pretty shallow, and considering there's a big chunk coming off of the back, they're not in his fists that deep, so they do pop out quite easily. So that's, now I know that this is a gun made for Devastator to hold, not so much Scrapper or the individual Constructicons, but it still would have been nice if that was a bit more of a secure connection or secure hold. But anyway, as I was saying, he can hold the Devi gun quite nicely, and as you can see, like, it takes a good bit of vigorous shaking. But for standard posing, where you're just going to have him hold it, stand there and look epic, he does it, and he does it quite well. So, and actually just a quick note on holding the weapons. The actual handgun for him, he holds that. His leg shoots up, but the gun doesn't shoot off. He holds that solid. So yeah, with the combined mode gun, it's clear this is made, while he can hold it, this is made for Devastator. That's made for Scrapper. So, getting down to the comparison, and again, the only comparison that's needed. Here he is with Bone Crusher. Let's get rid of this for a minute. And yeah, they look epic together. They look absolutely amazing. For me, I think that with this Studio Series Devastator, it is gearing up to be one of the best Devastators that's been released officially. Now, is it going to be the best Devastator? Time will tell. But for now, I think that this is actually pretty sick. And that's that. So, that has been my look at the Studio Series 86 Constructicon Scrapper. An amazing figure. It is. It really is. Like, okay, yes, it has a couple of issues. Lack of waist swivel, lack of wrist swivel. The way the hands are just on this piece here. Sorry, excuse me. Still suffering hay fever. But is that going to be a killer for me on this figure? Is that going to make me say, why now? I've gone through the whole review. Why now? I'm so sorry, everyone. But as we're saying, is this going to kill the enjoyment of this figure for me? No, not in the least. Is he perfect? No. Is there a perfect Devastator figure out there, including all of his individual Constructicon components? I don't know. I haven't seen every single Devastator figure out there, third party, knockoff, or otherwise. So I can't answer that. But for what I've seen so far, and from a Devastator that I used to own, I actually used to own 2 Devastators. This is definitely the best scrapper out of those 3 that I've owned. Hands down. Should you go and buy him? Hell yeah. Now, if you already have the Combiner Wars Devastator, and if you're happy with that, should you get this? Well, if you want to, who am I to tell you otherwise? If you are happy with the Combiner Wars Devastator and you think that is the definitive Devastator, then save yourself a couple of quid and don't go for this guy. But if you think that you want a as close as screen accurate Devastator, because let's face it, the Combiner Wars one was not screen accurate. It was a reimagining. Get this guy. Get this guy. And get this Devastator set. He is worth it. He honestly is. But anyway, that has been my look at the Studio Series 86 Constructicon Scrapper. And this is T.M.N saying thank you very much for watching my video. If you like what you're seeing and you want to see more, don't forget to click, share and subscribe. It will greatly appreciate I will greatly appreciate that, and it will greatly help my channel as well. And keep an eye out for, as you've seen, the review on Bone Crusher here. That is also coming up. And until then, remember, being a nerd is the right of all sentient beings. Peace.